Okay, so in the world of web development, there is a massive battle raging right now. And it's not about frameworks or browsers, but something way deeper. We're talking about the very engine that powers server-side JavaScript. This is the war for the runtime, and today we are heading straight to the front lines. So we've got three heavyweight contenders here, all fighting for that top spot. You've got the established Titan, a really thoughtful reformer, and a lightning-fast sprinter. The big question is, which one is actually going to come out on top? All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we're going to meet our three fighters, the Titan, Node.js, the reformer, Deno, and the sprinter, Bun. Then, we'll throw them into the ring for a head-to-head performance showdown. And finally, we'll help you figure out how to choose your champion for your next project. First up, the Titan that literally started it all, Node.js. For like over a decade, if you wanted to run JavaScript on a server, this was it. This was the undisputed king. It completely revolutionized web development by letting JavaScript finally escape the browser. So what is it exactly? Well, Node.js is a runtime built on Google's super powerful V8 engine. That's the same one in the Chrome browser. Its real superpower, though, is being asynchronous. Think of a chef who can start chopping veggies for the next dish while the first one is still simmering on the stove, instead of just waiting. That's what lets Node handle thousands of connections at once without breaking a sweat. But Node's greatest weapon isn't really its code, it's the absolutely massive ecosystem it has. Through NPM, the Node package manager, you get access to the largest software library in the entire world. Seriously, if you have a problem, I can almost guarantee someone has already built a package for it. This huge library, plus the fact that it's been battle-tested in production for over a decade, makes Node the safe, super reliable choice. But what if the original creator got a chance to do it all over again, to fix the things he didn't like the first time around? Well, that brings us to our second contender, Deno. And this isn't just another runtime. It's a direct response to all the lessons learned from Node's first decade. This quote gets right to the heart of what Deno is all about. Ryan Dahl, the guy who created both of these runtimes, gave this famous talk where he laid out all of his regrets about Node.js, all the design choices he wished he could take back. Deno is his answer to every single one of those regrets. So how is it different? Well, first off, security is everything. A Deno script can't touch your files or the network unless you explicitly say, hey, you have permission. It's sandboxed by default. Second, it just makes your life easier by including a whole tool chain, things like a code formatter or a test runner, right in the box. And on top of that, it supports TypeScript natively, which just makes for a way cleaner and more secure developer experience. Okay, let's move on to our third and final contender. This is the one that showed up and just immediately started breaking speed records, Bun. If Node is the stable Titan and Deno is the thoughtful reformer, then Bun is the pure sprinter. It is obsessed with one thing above everything else: performance. Bun's goal is to be an all-in-one toolkit. See, it's not just a runtime, it's also your package manager, your bundler, and your test runner, all rolled into one incredibly fast package. So how does it get this insane speed? Well, instead of Chrome's V8 engine, it uses JavaScript Core from Safari, which is an engine optimized for ridiculously fast startups. It's also written in Zig, which is a low-level language that gives developers super precise control over memory, cutting out all the overhead. And the goal of all this? Simple. Create a runtime that can be a faster, drop-in replacement for your existing Node.js projects. All right, we've met the contenders. Now it's time for the main event, the performance showdown. Talk is cheap, right? So let's actually put them to the test and see what the data says. We're going to test them on three key benchmarks. Get ready for this. First up, raw server throughput. We're looking at how many requests a simple server can handle every second. And wow, while Node and Deno do pretty well, Bun is just in a completely different league. It's handling several times more requests. That is absolutely staggering. Next up, a pain point every single developer knows all too well: package installation time. Look at this. What takes Node's package manager minutes, Bun can do in literal seconds. This incredible speed comes from this really clever global cache system, and it's easily one of Bun's killer features. And finally, let's look at startup time. This is so crucial for things like command line tools or serverless functions where you just want instant execution. And once again, Bun's use of JavaScript core gives it a massive edge, starting up way faster than both Node and Deno. The performance story here is pretty clear.
Okay, so the numbers are impressive, no doubt, but speed isn't everything. So how do you actually choose? How do you pick the right champion for your project? Let's just boil it down. This is the tale of the tape. Node.js gives you unmatched stability and that gigantic NPM ecosystem. Deno gives you a superior, secure by default experience with fantastic modern tools. And Bun delivers unbelievable, just face-melting speed.
So here's your guide. If your project is for a big company that absolutely needs stability and access to every library under the sun, Node.js is your proven warrior. If you're starting something new and you really value top-tier security and a clean, modern workflow with TypeScript, Deno is your fighter. But if your application's success depends on raw performance and lightning-fast speed, then Bun is the champion you need in your corner. Node.js is still the established king, but these challengers are getting stronger every single day. Bun's performance is just undeniable, and Deno's focus on security and developer experience is incredibly compelling. So the war for the future of the JavaScript backend, it is far from over. The only question left is, which side are you on?